Hi, welcome to Free Spirit. So this just came up in the comments. What do you do if your hands are small and the cards are large and you can't shuffle? So I'm going to show you some tricks that I've done. This is going to be like the quickest video, but I was trying to answer it in the comments and it's a little confusing to do that. So I thought, you know what, let me turn on the camera. I was about to do a reading, so I already have cards set up. So say your hands, my hands are pretty large, but even in the case that my hands are large, a lot of the times cards can be too hard to shuffle the way that I normally shuffle. So let me show you how I would normally shuffle. So usually to shuffle the cards, I bridge shuffle, and I had done a video to show, oh, this is actually a harder deck to use. Let's use these. Okay, so you have a deck, and what I would do to mix up the cards is to bridge shuffle. So you use your thumb. I did a video on that, and shuffle the cards, and you do this a couple of times, right? So I'm going to show you how you shuffle normally, and then when your hands are too large, you can't shuffle. So here you shuffle like this, and then to get the cards out for your reading, you do overhand shuffle, and you read whatever comes out, right? So that flipped out, and you would read them. But say if my hands are so tiny and the cards are so large. Now the trick is, you saw how when I shuffled, I'm shuffling this way from you're wrapping your hands from the top to the bottom, but if you can't reach it, see, I'm shuffling from the top. Sometimes we do things so quickly we don't realize what we're doing. So if you can't reach your hand around a deck like this, put it like this, shuffle like this, and you're shuffling sideways. So this is a trick. It's a trick with the large cards. So shuffle from the side, see that? So this is narrower, so you can get your hands around it. So that's a trick. You don't have to shuffle from the top. If you can't get your hands around, you just shuffle like this and from the side, and then you push it together. So that's a trick. Then to get your cards, right, we were doing overhand this way, so your hands has to go across the whole card. If it can't do that, turn it around this way. Look at how much narrower it is. And you can do overhand shuffle from the top, from the bottom, and see what falls out. See how I'm going on the skinny side? So no matter how large the cards are, you can maneuver the cards around so that you can get cards that way. So this came up in the comments, but as you can tell, that's very hard to say, okay, split it, do sideways, do top. It was like, okay, and then you get your card. So again, you know, that's what you're doing. So if you have small hands, split it, and just go from the side, and then you can just push it together, see? And then instead, you're not gonna try and wrap your hand. You can strain your hand, and your hands don't work that way. Just shift it, and then shuffle this way. So when I came up with that trick, I mean, listen, it was a savior. And then also, I also talk about, you know, the textures of cards vary. So if you find that, you know, for some cards like these, I can go really, really fast, which I like to do. But if it's more slippery and the cards have different texture, you're gonna wanna go a little slower because you want your cards to come out. You don't want it to come out because you're just shuffling messily. If that's a word, but so you can adjust, and usually it's because of the texture of the cards. You can have a easier or harder time due to that, but that is my trick. So if you have small hands, or even if you have large hands, but some cards are so huge, you can definitely just split it. I'm just going to show you one more time. Split it from the side and go like this and push it together, and then when you go overhand, turn it so it's the narrow part. We're not doing it this way where you're like, oh my gosh, my hand can't fit. You just go like this and shuffle the cards. So that's my little trick on shuffling large cards. Okay, so I thought I would do this quick video because I know trying to explain it with words without actually visualizing it is pretty hard. Okay, I wish you the best. Take care. Bye-bye.